The number 10 isn't just another shirt in football, it's a statement. It represents class, creativity, and often greatness. It's the jersey kids dream of wearing in the backyard, the one that carries magic with it. And now, it's about to reach a whole new level. 2 new stars carrying the same number, not only for the most powerful clubs, but also in the fiercest rivalry in world football. It's the new generation versus the established superstar. The prodigy versus the phenomenon. It's Lamine Yamal against Kylian Mbappe. Last summer, Mbappe finally made the move the world had been waiting for. The dream became reality. The Frenchman joined the team he grew up watching. But when he arrived, something felt unusual. He wore the number 9, just like Cristiano did when he first landed in Madrid. And just like Cristiano, 1 season later, it was time for a change. Only this time, Mbappe went in a different direction. Now, at Real Madrid, the number 7 has always been the crown jewel. Raúl, Ronaldo, legends who defined eras. But the number 10, that one carried a different type of weight. It was reserved for the creators, the visionaries. Luka Modric, Mesut Özil, James Rodriguez. So why did Mbappe choose it? Maybe because it allows him to write his own chapter. At Madrid, no one has ever truly owned the number 10 shirt. Özil had flashes, James had moments, Modric built his legacy with 19 before switching. But Mbappe, he's got the chance to redefine what the number 10 means at the Santiago Bernabeu. He doesn't need to chase Ronaldo's shadow with the 7. Instead, he could become the first to make the 10 truly his own. And if there's one thing about Mbappe, it's that he was built for this. It's crazy looking back at last season. The numbers were unreal, but the narrative around him wasn't. For context, he wasn't just Madrid's top scorer. He set a record, the most goals ever in a debut season at the club. 42 goals in 55 games, 31 of those in La Liga, enough to win both the Pichichi and the European Golden Shoe. On paper, monster numbers. In reality, that success came with a price. He became the easy target, when in truth, the whole team was off balance. Carlo Ancelotti had a Formula 1 car in his squad, but didn't really know how to drive it. Fast forward to this season, under Xabi Alonso, it already feels like Mbappe's about to explode. First official match wearing the 10, first official goal. But it wasn't just the finish. On a night when Vinicius struggled and kept giving the ball away, Mbappe looked like the difference maker. He was sharp, dangerous, and playing within the system. He floated across the front line, won a penalty with his movement, and buried it. Even with the insane numbers last year, this new season feels like a reset, a chance to truly be the face of Madrid. He left the 7 for Vinicius, but now with the 10 on his back. This is the beginning of the KM10 era. And if anyone needs reminding of what Mbappe does with that number, just rewind to 2018. That's when he broke onto the world stage. 4 goals at the tournament, most dribbles for France, most fouled player, and yes, he scored in the final, winning the Young Player Award as well. Mbappe has always been that guy. Last season was a messy chapter. This season, it's his chance to be the unstoppable force Madrid thought they signed. But here's the twist. While he's writing his story in Madrid, over in Catalonia, a new chapter is starting. Lamine Yamal, Barcelona's fresh number 10. A new chapter in the legacy. For Barca, the 10 isn't just a shirt, it's history. Ronaldinho wore it and brought joy to the Camp Nou with his magic. After him came Messi, and he didn't just wear the number, he defined it. 672 goals, countless moments of genius, and a legacy that made him eternal. When he left in 2021, it always felt like whoever picked up the 10 was stepping into an impossible task, living in the shadow of the greatest 5'7" player the game has ever seen. But Yamal? He's not chasing ghosts. He doesn't want to be the next Messi. He wants to be the first Lamine Yamal. Honestly, he could have stuck with the 19 for a few more years and made it his own. But the timing just made sense. He waited until he was 18, waited until his family could be there for the moment, and even turned it down before, out of respect for Ansu Fati. That tells you everything about him: mature, calculated, and ready. This is the right player at the right time. And right now, he might just be the most exciting talent in world football. At 17, what he pulled off last season was outrageous. 43 goal contributions in 55 appearances, numbers that barely scratch the surface of his impact. Sure, Lewandowski and Rafinha scored more, but Yamal brought the spark. The one defenders dreaded, the one opponents doubled and sometimes even triple marked, and it still didn't work. Screamers from outside the box, solo runs, pure entertainment. Get too close, he'll humiliate you. Give him space, he'll punish you. He topped the dribbling charts not only in Spain, but across Europe's top 5 leagues. 145 successful dribbles. For context, second place was Jeremy Doku with 90. Yamal wasn't just ahead, he was in another dimension. He's already got that effect. It's crazy how much his name already carries weight. Players like Marcus Rashford mentioning him. But it's not just Rashford. Coaches, pundits, even opponents. They all say the same thing. Lamine Yamal isn't normal. He's something this generation hasn't seen before. Imagine Neymar's flair, Messi's left foot, Robben's trademark cut-in, and Cristiano's mentality, all wrapped into one teenager. Unreal. And just like Mbappé, Yamal already thrives on the biggest stages. At 17, he's already in Ballon d'Or conversations. That alone tells you how ridiculous his level is. 5 goal contributions in 7 matches against Real Madrid, and in the Champions League he's shown he can torment Europe's elite. Against Inter, he made top defenders look ordinary, burned Di Marco, forced Bastoni into constant double teams, and then the finish, a trademark move. Cut inside, onto that left, curled into the far corner, effortless. At just 17, he's embarrassed some of the best defenses in the world. Real Madrid, Inter, Dortmund, PSG, Atletico, and now with the 10 on his back? The thought of what's coming is frightening, but here's the thing. Yamal versus Mbappé isn't new. Their first real battle, Champions League quarter-finals 2024. In that second leg, Yamal destroyed PSG's left side. Nuno Mendes couldn't cope. He pressed them into mistakes and created Barca's opener. But after Araujo's red card, the tide turned. Xavi's decision to sub Yamal off proved costly. PSG pounced, and Mbappé took over with 2 goals to flip the tie. First round, Mbappé on top. The rematch came at the Euros. Rabiot threw fuel on the fire, calling Yamal out pre-game, calling out a 16-year-old bold. But Yamal didn't flinch. He dropped that IG story and then dropped France out of the tournament with a worldie in the first half. Spain won. Yamal leveled the score with Mbappé, 1-1. And then came El Clasico. Mbappé entered with all the spotlight, but ended up caught offside 8 times. Meanwhile, Yamal lit up the Bernabeu. A rocket with his weaker foot. Barca won 4-0. Yamal, the youngest scorer in Clasico history, put himself ahead in the rivalry, 2-1. But Mbappé doesn't stay quiet for long, and in the Spanish Super Cup final, he had his chance at redemption. In the end, it felt like poking the bear. Mbappé struck first, but Yamal and Barca didn't panic. All he needed was a touch in the right zone. Scratch that, all he needed was the ball. He created the spark himself. That goal flipped the momentum. Barca ran riot. 5 goals to 2. Yamal, statement made. He made El Clasico look like a playground. Next came the Copa del Rey final. Madrid needed it badly. Mbappé didn't start, but came on and looked like he'd save them again. That strike put Madrid ahead, but Yamal wasn't done. He'd already set up Pedri for the first, and from that right wing, he picked out Ferran Torres. 2-2. Extra time. Koundé with the winner. Yamal didn't score, but 2 big assists in a final? Still massive. Then came the final Clasico of the season. High stakes. If Madrid lost, Barca basically sealed the league. Mbappé delivered a hat-trick. In almost any other game, that wins it. But not this time. Barca hit 4. Yamal scored a beauty and Barca took the win. Add that to his 2 goals against France in the Nations League semis, and suddenly the score between these two is starting to look wild. Fast forward to today. Mbappe's already scored his first as Madrid's new number 10. Days earlier, Yamal did the same for Barca. Both off the mark, both carrying the 10. This Chicodore, it's only just beginning. So what do you think? Is the Mbappé versus Yamal rivalry something the media is forcing? Or are they simply the 2 best players in the world right now, destined to clash? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe for the channel.